Hi there, welcome to the Quarter to 3 live stream of Biomutant. Hi there, I'm getting some echo here. Let me turn off the echo. I haven't streamed in a while. I think this should be working. Holler if you can't hear or see what I'm doing. And hello! I hope everyone is having a good Monday. This comes out tomorrow. Biomutant is, I actually think they're new developers. I meant to look this up. Don't know if they are from other studios. I think this is this particular studio's first game, published by THQ. I have run through it once. The storyline. It's an open world game. You can find a review at quarter3.com. And spoiler, I'm not very fond of this game. Chappers, thank you for the confirmation that I am at least coming through on Twitch. YouTube, who knows? So I'm not super fond of this, but before I uninstall it, I thought it might be worth running through some of the gameplay, showing you guys firsthand a little bit about what I don't like, some of the things maybe I did kind of like, just give you a bit of an overview. Now this is a new game plus, but what I'm going to do, is this where I wanted to start? What I'm going to do is, I don't think there's going to be any real spoilers here. Because it just reboots the game, but I keep the junk that I advanced previously in my first playthrough.
This thing needs new bounce orbers.
And I don't think, hold on, let me look at the map. Yeah, okay, so here's what happened. I guess these could be construed as map spoilers. Bearded Twig, this is a good question. This is on a PC. I am using a game controller. I feel that this is much better suited to a game controller. Chappers says, yeah, if I could make my avatar look like Sarah Palin, I would have probably liked it more. I actually do early on when you're designing your little fuzzy critter. And this is before I really knew anything about the game. I did kind of like, actually here, let me show you my critter. I do like the customization. If you're going to play a small furry animal, at least it gives you a range of appearances. So here's my dude. I wrote about in my review, I got a helmet early on that never got, I think I might even still have it. The helmet was never, I never found a better helmet. I finally got sick of looking at it, so I crafted this death mask, I think it's called the death mask, to be roughly equivalent to the duck helmet, and just took that stupid thing off. My armor value ultimately I don't think matters that much. Bearded Twig says he's keen to know about this game. He's thinking of ordering it on the Xbox. He's into single-player RPGs. Bearded Twig, my feeling is you could do a lot better than this. As I mentioned, there's a review at www.quarter3.com. It's at the very top of the page there. The review is way more critical than I'm probably going to be here, because here I just want to show you some stuff. You can decide for yourself. So I have a better hat now than my duck mask. I also turned the narrator back. Oh yeah, what I wanted to show you is, so the minor map spoiler, I guess. Here's the little tree of life that you're saving. You start the game down here in this corner. And when you first play through the game, it gives you a choice of these two different, actually, is it? You get a choice of a couple of different tribes you can go meet, and you choose which of those two to ally with. That's kind of how you are herded into your first playthrough. When you do a new game plus, it starts you at the Tree of Life, and your first quest is, hey, choose any one of the 6 tribes to go ally with. And the tribes are, 3 of them are good, 3 of them are evil. There is a good evil, here we go, there's a good evil. Oh, yeah, oh, right, because it's new game plus, I'm 44 good and only 10 evil, but I've reached my maximum goodness on the scale. So this little, I guess these things look like Stitch to me. You guys know the movie Lilo and Stitch? This looks like a straight up, I mean, other than being all white and having angel wings, this looks like a straight up clone. Stitch is the creature, right? Lilo is the young woman. Stitch is the little creature. So this looks like Stitch. I think Stitch himself has 3 arms and, or is a 6-legged beast. This is only 4-legged. At any rate, so here's the little good evil choice consequence thing. Because it's my new game plus, I am good. Why was I telling you that? Oh, because the tribes, 3 are good, 3 are evil. And I guess you get good points for cozying up with the good ones and evil points for cozying up with the evil ones. So when you do a New Game Plus, your first quest is, hey, go pick a tribe, ally with them, and then just, go back into the storyline that way. Richard Fogey voting for Bayonetta 2. Oh man, don't I wish. Time, I feel like I would love to go back for a Bayonetta 2 playthrough. Hello, Markinson on YouTube. Happy to see you. And Alex Chapman on YouTube and Twitch. I think it's a unique British power. So what I was going to do is ride up here and ally with this tribe. Not even sure which one it is. And just see how things go from there.
Beastie,
so here I am.
So gentle.
And I want to make sure I have the volume straight. Let me know if I'm coming through too loud and you can't hear enough of the game. And I will adjust this. So I will note one of the first mounts I got, and I don't think there are differences between any of the mounts, is this cool black goat. Goats are normally kind of frightening. Where are my mount options? Oh, I didn't keep all of my mounts. Okay, I guess some of them are associated with quests. Here's the first one you get. I found this goat and then never wanted another one. So I'm riding a scary, like a ram with red eyes. Look how terrifying that is. Oh, and we're going to go to, which I've marked this. Yeah, okay, so here we go. Here is a fortress for the Lotus Tribe. Let's go check them out. We're going to ally with these guys and just see what quests they want us to do.
Says they're wary of strangers. They're at war.
So, that's the narrator. He talks a lot. And the default setting, you can set narrator frequency. The default setting is 50%.
They've already got word of an intruder, so he guesses the Sifu must be very interested in meeting you.
Sifu it's the name of the leaders of the tribes. So the tribes themselves, the little creatures talk like a baby talk Simlish creature muttering, and then the narrator translates for you. Alright, so here we are meeting the Lotus Tribe. We're going to be their buddies. We're going to see what they need us to do. Yeah, I'm not sure why they're... no voting until 2022, the midterm elections. Save your votes for those. Hello, Hazy Silhouette.
The Lotus Tribe is seeking to build a perfect order, regardless of how many are hurt in the process.
Okay,
they want to subdue the tribes, as control is the only way they can guarantee peace.
So this is an evil conquest tribe.
The Sifu is convinced that allowing the World Eaters to bring down the Tree of Life is an opportunity to reset and begin a new world order.
Alright, I'm going to skip through some of this and just you can find the storyline stuff on your own. So basically the premise is, you've got these...
time to set the past aside.
Sorbet Cajun is that guy's name.
Unrest is sweeping the land and there are rivals in all directions. The tribe is convinced the world needs a cleansing.
Alright, we're gonna cozy up with these guys. Now, I can choose one of these two dialogue things.
The Sifu welcomes you to their tribe.
Markinson, thank you for the 1,000 turquoise hexagon pentagons.
The
Cheers.
ones he wants to deal with first are your former allies.
So they want me to go fight a specific tribe right now. I guess that's the different tribes hate other. I don't know what's going on. So I can say one of these two things, and there's going to be a ton of this in the game, where you get dialogue options, and I don't know, again, I meant to look up what the studio that did this, if English was their first language, but it doesn't feel like it because a lot of the dialogue options are just really like fuzzy and imprecise, and I'm not clear what they're getting at. It even took me a long time to realize that one of the dialogue options is basically me saying, goodbye, we're done talking. Like early on, I got caught in these loops of wanting to exhaust everything they had to say. I didn't know if it was that kind of game. But okay, so they want us to go attack someone. I don't know. I made them... What? Oh, now what do you mean my former allies? How do they know that? How do they know that I've played through the game once? I'm a little creeped out. Alex says he thinks that they're Scandinavian developers. That makes sense. I'm a little creeped out that he's referring to my previous playthrough.
Those are only words that'll weaken you. Now is the time to focus on strengths,
Ah,
not
so Markinson says
weaknesses.
they're Swedish, which of course means I'm going to go, hey, Swedes!
Their kin. He wants you to focus. These are the new rival outposts your tribe needs to take control of.
All right, so outposts, that's what these guys want me to do, is go capture 3 outposts. Markinson, why is there a long weekend in Canada? What holiday do you guys
He
get?
says you'll regret not being on their side.
Oh, these are the guys I'm
The
fighting.
only way you'll learn their secrets, Wung Fu
All right,
and the
I'm skipping
tribe
this as
weapon
well.
now, is
Except
if
it
you
won't let me,
defeat
so
him.
we're not skipping it.
And that will never happen.
Sachi monkey booty dasana Hayotasivorai
Once you've conquered the rival,
Banji
All
short
right, dialogue. All right, so now we have our next quest is go beat up that rival tribe. There are their 3 outposts. If we do that, what a tribe gives you, in addition to quests, is if you do their quests, you unlock their weapon. Now, if I hold down on the D-pad, I'm choosing from my different mounts. Right now, I only have my 1 goat. Hey, did he come into the camp? Hey, you can't come in here.
There's a lot on the line here.
All right, you can come in here, can't you? If I press up, here are consumables that I can slot. If I press to the left, here are my ranged weapons. And you know what? It is letting me keep... Well, for some reason, 2 of these are tribe weapons from the last playthrough that I got to keep. I don't know why. Because it's not letting me keep all of my tribe weapons from the last playthrough. And over here on the right, oh yeah, it is. Here they are. Okay, so I'm keeping all of my... I've already unlocked some of these tribe weapons. That's how he knows they're my former allies. Alright, we're trying to find our way out of this keep. Where is the exit at? Nobody... Sorry, oh, I ran over that poor little creature with my goat. Is this the exit? You know what? I don't even need to find the exit. Oh, you know what I do? Because... Here, let's do this. Let's fast travel. Oh, I can't fast travel while I'm on a mount. Okay, let's fast travel down here. This way I can just show you some countryside as we walk over to the keeps we want to conquer. Bearded Twig says this game looks fun, and he's enjoying the stream. Bearded Twig, I cannot dispute. Sure, yeah, this game can definitely be fun. This right here is a resource totem.
Some barked wood scrap for you.
If I knock it down,
Might not need that now, but you will later.
I get 5 planks. This down here is a spirit shrine I can pray at to get a psionics point. Watch this. I'm going to get better at psionics. Look at that. I just got a psi point for my psionics. What do I do with psionics? With psi points? I spend them on psionics. So Markinson says you guys are having Queen Victoria Day. I want Queen Victoria Day. Look, here's another resource totem.
Plastic scrap like that over there could be useful.
Alright, there we go. Now I've got some polymers or plastic scrap. So, the premise of this game, this is what I was going to show you also. There are 6 tribes. You choose a tribe to ally with, and they tell you to go conquer the other tribes. Alright, you know what? I've got to... This is going to drive me crazy. I'm going into the settings, and I'm going into the audio mode, and I am turning the narrator's frequency down all the way, because I want to show you guys how I played the game. So, the narrator now does not talk. You will never hear him. So, the 6 tribes, but more importantly, that right there, right behind me, that's the Tree of Life. And at each of these 4 roots, and they're pretty terrible roots because they don't go underground. Seems to me if that were a root, it would tunnel underground and not be in the sky like that. But the 4 roots go to 4 boss monsters that you have to defeat to win the game. And they're in a sequence. Once you kill them, you have beat the game. Actually, I say once you kill them, you also have to kill your nemesis. So there's 5 boss monsters. But but you can't kill your nemesis until you've defeated the 4 World Eaters. I like the way water is handled in this game. So here's water. I can get my feet wet, no big deal. If I wade out into it, and look at this, I'm doing this terrible little dog paddle because I can't swim. And if you look in the upper left-hand corner, you probably can't see it. My stamina is depleting. If it goes to 0, I drown. Now later on, you'll get a boat, which is kind of cool. Here's another mount that you could tame. If I interact with it, it tells me I'm going to need a certain berry. In my first playthrough, I have no idea how I was supposed to get more berries, and I didn't really care to find out. Probably some side quest. Because I don't think the mounts differ other than cosmetically. Speaking of, let's bring that goat back out. Alright, so about 2 kilometers over this way, we're going to find the keeps that we're looking for. This is an environmental post-apocalypse, so you've got these ruined railroad tracks. And to the game's credit, it's a pretty decent layout as far as letting you explore. Like, if I follow this train track, it's going to probably lead me to some sort of a city or settlement. And that's certainly a viable way to explore and find things. Same with me following this road. There'll be paths off to one side. Here are some ruined cars. I can loot the trunk. Now, here's a problem. That little animation right there for that hat to pop out at me, every item in that trunk, and it was probably just one thing, but sometimes you'll find 2 or 3 things, has that quick animation where it pops out. It gets really tedious, because here's another thing. That hat, it actually kind of looks cool. You can see right now, actually I don't know if you can see, if I equip this hat, I'm going to go from 27 armor to 6 armor for this component. Right now, the hat that I am wearing, which is that death mask, gives me 27 armor. I have just now found something that gives me 6 points of armor instead. Furthermore, if I equip this, my bonus to mana and my mana regeneration, that's that key and energy regen stat, where you can see the bar is now mostly red, will decrease to that level. My chance to get a critical hit will go from 12% to 1%. So basically, I have found a piece of trash. This does me no good. I've also found this little health pack. I'm guessing I have about 20 of these. Every time you loot, those animations pop up, and they get kind of tedious. Let me just show you how quickly. Here's another box. If I just loot this, there you go. So you can do that, but I guess it flashes, but I don't really see, like, here, let me show you. Here, right here, is going to be an inconsequential health pack. I'll just show you. If I get this, why do I need to see the screen? I don't want to see this. So looting gets tedious to, like, because the game just interrupts with a giant pop-up animation of the 3D model of what you just found. I don't need that. Just show me on the side of the screen what I looted. It also shows you that, but you have to skip past that pop-up animation. Left Empty said that hat looked like a wooden breast. Let's go back so we can see what he was talking about, because I think he was right. It did kind of look like that. I think they're... Yeah, here are all the hats I found. Why do I have all... yeah, at a certain point, I just stopped even dismantling stuff. Was that it? I mean, yeah, I guess that could look like a wooden breast. Was that it? That does not look like a wooden breast. That does look like a wooden breast. All right, Left Empty, you're right. Alex Chapman wants to know if I'm good at this game. I mean, there's not really anything to get good at, but it's a really, well, I promise to show you guys combat at some point. The combat is really simple. Now, I don't think that's something I fight. I think that's one of the NPCs who tells me to do things. Let's go visit this guy. Oh, did you see that? He vanished. I don't know if you saw that. Did you see those monsters pop in? And they're not even monsters, they're mounts. There's a lot of pop in and pop out. Oh, strunks. Okay, let's fight a strunk. Make sure I do have my weapons equipped correctly. That is the... No, is that the sword I was using? Yeah, I suppose so. Where's my shotgun? Alright. So it's also level 14, and at this point I think I'm like level 25. So there, okay, oh, it's more combat. So that's the ranged combat. You can dodge, just shoot things. Even though this is a shotgun, it's got like 20 rounds in it. When I reload, there's no animation, but there is a delay. So I just shot those things with a shotgun. And you just saw combat. I'll show you later what a sword is like. Alright, you can see the route. That green in the distance is a hazardous area. I need an anti-toxin suit to go in there. And guess what? I don't have one because they're quest items. One of the things I mentioned in the review, if we go into my gear. Here is my character and his gear. On my back you can see, so it's a bit messy with all the models for the weapons and the armor clipping through each other. But I'm wearing a box on my back as armor. I've got a big old flaming two-handed sword, and underneath there somewhere is a shotgun that I made. So if we go here, if I want to look at the weapons, here is the shotgun. Whoops, no. Let me mod it. Nope, that's not a shotgun, that's a sword. Here's my shotgun. This right here is something that I made, I guess around mid-game, just faffing about. And it's better than anything I will find. I don't even need to put more add-ons on it. It's composed of a base, and then a stock, or no, yeah, base and a grip, and then you can put a stock on it. You can put what's called a top mod, a muzzle, or a magazine on it. And this right here, it's of astonishing rarity. It is a strong 7 quality, and the material is alumin 9, for whatever that's worth. It does heat damage, in addition to 636 points to 898 points of damage. As a shotgun, you can see the armor piercing. It's a fairly slow rate of fire. It's accurate, blah, blah, blah. Magazine size of 27. So there you go. There's a weapon that I can't see. I mean, I've used it through most of the game. There's no real loot churn. I even at one of the end quests in the game, you find what's called literally the ultimate melee weapon and the ultimate ranged weapon. They were entirely useless. So if I want to do a quest to get the anti-toxin suit, I can go in there. Otherwise, I just start taking damage and I die, and I'm not going to get very far. Let's actually follow the road. No, let's go cross country up here. Here we go. We'll follow this railroad track. And down there are some ruins. That's about as big a city as you'll see. Actually, that's not entirely true. They get a little bigger than that. Old train station.
That's the top of a shaftiloo, a gigantic dig hole toxinol cut into the forest to pull things out of the earth.
All right. What is going on? I thought I told him never to talk. Settings, audio. The narrator's at 0. I guess he'll... Alright, well, I guess he doesn't care if I want him to talk or not. Resource totem, I couldn't care less about. Alright, here's some monsters that seem to be... this is a faction fighting neutral monsters. And they're like tar monsters. I don't know which faction this is. I don't think it's my faction because they seem to be wanting to fight me. Guys throw bombs at me. See the monster he's fighting. I do like some of the creature design in this. And the monster's level 24. Let's see, what is this? Actually, I don't think the faction is fighting me. I think they're just fighting the monsters. Sword. You can see his hit point bar. You can see also as I'm building up the fire on him. And if I just want to shoot with my shotgun, like other than, let's see if you can see how quickly they'll die. Like, and that's someone roughly the same level as me. And you guys are fighting me? Yeah, okay, so you guys want to tussle? Alright, they're only level 20. So now I'm level 25. Now let me show you something else. You can see how quickly the shotgun kills things. And let's get in here and I'll show you the sword. That also kills things pretty quickly. Let me show you my starting spell power. This is called, like, Sparkle Balls or something like that. Look how quickly this kills things. This is something actually not very quickly. There we go. Alright, well, you know, that in some situations that seemed to be a lot more effective. Okay, let me just try this again. Okay, so I'm going to use my little sparkle ball. And you can see I've still got plenty of mana left. Alright, so that kills them pretty quickly. Even before I made nice weapons, this is a way to pretty quickly kill things. Now you see I have no mana. But look how quickly it's regenerating. In the upper left-hand corner, that blue bar. Here, let me just get rid of all my mana so you can see. So, oh no, I'm out of mana. Maybe I'll have to use one of the mini energy refills. Look, I have 0 mana. Now watch this. Look at that blue bar. Look, it's filling up. Look how quickly I'm regenerating mana. I have never once in this game, I don't think, and maybe that's not entirely true. I don't need any of the energy regeneration consumables that I got. Because mana just comes back so quickly. Alright, so there, I won a battle. Cube squared, I think you can change that up for bigger hits. Cube squared, not the, let's see what we find in this trash pile. A health patch. And look, I really did not need to see the 3D model of the health patch take over the screen. Completely unnecessary. So, I'll just show you that little, let me see what it was actually called. Oh, and yeah, it is also, you can see these stats here. I've put most of my points into intellect, which is probably why it's so powerful.
You've grown wiser.
And I will just show you, is it mutations? Spark ball, this is it right here. Shoot a spark ball, you press down the input you have bound the ability to. Why don't they just say press the button? It'll make you throw the ball in the direction you're facing, inflicting damage on the enemy you hit. Yeah, so the way you improve it, and I think this is probably what you were referring to, cubed squared, is with your character build, just putting points in intellect, which is what I've been doing. So I think my vitality, or my strength, started at something like 30. Like, that helps you with damage for melee. I don't know. I guess ranged weapon damage is inherent to the weapon itself. You can see there's an agility stat, but it just says move speed. Oh, look, let's actually read about it. Stat details. Agility. So yeah, just movement speed. And look at this one too. Like bartering. Increases the amount of money you earn from selling items as well as reduces the price. Why would I put points in bartering, in charisma? Cube squared. Hold down the button, make a bigger ball of energy. Oh my gosh. Is that true? If so, I had no idea it did that. Oh, you know, I think it even said, that's why it says hold down the button. Right, you know, cube squared, I had no idea it did that. Womp. I want to see how much damage it does. Because I've just been doing it like that, just throwing things. And I know you can do that with certain weapons, by the way, is holding down the button. What was that back there? What is that? Oh, okay, yeah, I've seen that. Okay, so every now and then you'll see a cute little creature, and you're given, if you interact with it, and it looked like an attack to me, but I think you're catching it with a net, you can decide to kill it. I don't know what the difference is between keeping it and petting it and keeping it. Keeping it mainly maybe means nothing, I don't know. But if you pet it, I think you get good points. If you kill it, you get evil points. And now look at this animation. I have no idea what it is, because did you see how that was framed? For whatever reason, it was framed like incorrectly. I couldn't see what was going on, and I feel like there's weird camera issues that need to be worked out as far as just the composition of the frames when they want you to see something. So I don't know if that was deliberately off screen, but the same thing happens if you pet a creature that you caught. Is you're looking at the top of your character's head and you have no idea what's going on down there. I mean, it's heavy petting. Alright, so here we go. Let's see if this tunnel goes all the way through, or if it's a fake tunnel. Yeah, it looks like it's a fake tunnel. Alright. Some tunnels actually, you get a little kind of dungeon. Alright, let's see what's in here. Well, I skipped it too quickly. I have no idea what it was, but I would bet you dollars to donuts it was useless. I don't think we're going to be able to get past this ridge. As a matter of fact, I think I'm at a bit of a dead end as far as like getting to where I'm supposed to go for my quest. Because obviously this dam, I can't climb up there. Let's just take a look at the map real quick. Alright, so I either need to approach it. So here's the dam. I either need to, it looks like there's a road. Ah, okay, here we go. Let's just back up a little bit and we can go around. Call my goat. Where'd you go? Here you are. Cube Squared, I might have been wringing its neck like a farmer would a chicken. Cube Squared, if you saw that weird little character, that thing didn't have a neck. I mean, you're right, though. And they left it off screen for a rating with their neck snapping sound. Now, the thing is, because the very same thing happens if you're petting the creature. And Cube Squared, maybe they just didn't have an animation. So that's their way of cutting away from whatever's happening and just telling you. Alright, you'll see we're going into a new biome. This is like a vaguely deserty kind of area. Here is a fast travel point.
Why, you made it to Hoofer. There's a living thing trader somewhere around here.
Yeah, the guy is now he's still talking to me. I don't want that. So here's a living thing trader. It's just a place where you can buy mounts. And I don't think the mounts differ. I think they're just cosmetic. You do get mounts later from quests. Alright, so we're going through a kind of a more deserty biome. There should be a keep up here. Oh, look. Hi there. Look. I have one of you, too. You guys want to be friends? You're the same thing. No? Alright. Alright, here's our outpost up here. Now, the outpost, they're not... I'm pretty sure each of the outposts has some kind of a scripted... either a battle or a challenge or something that you have to do. And these are the guys. Who are they hostile to me? I guess so. Alright, so that is you'll note it's a Quack Salver. And that's his hit point bar up there. These are his little buddies. Let me try charging this up. I think I need to not get hit. You can see how little damage I'm taking. Yeah, I don't feel like that did extra damage from me holding down the button. See his health bar? Look how quickly I'm killing that guy. And there's my mana. So that, with my 1 bar of mana, which is about to come back, I've pretty much killed, and now I've got mana back. Okay, now I want to show you how they want you to play. If I didn't have such overpowered weapons, and I'm playing on default difficulty, here's I think what they would want you to do. If I do a combo attack, for instance, shoot once, twice, and then hit Y, I do this little spinny thing. If it connects, that was called a bird swirl, you can see, well, it's gone now. You can see there was a little tiny icon, a white icon, showing me that I had done 1 combo attack. Let me do another one. So there's the bird swirl. Let me now do this one. There's the angry panda, and... and there's the wicked wolf. So now I've charged up this meter, with which I can do this. And it's basically good for 2 of those animations, and that's it. So the whole idea is you do these combos like that, you build them up you do 3 at a time, and they're all the same. I could swap weapons if I wanted to in the middle of the battle, but the combo commands are all the same. They just have different names. And then you press both shoulder buttons, and now you're in this little, I think it's called Wung Fu mode. Yeah, Super Wung Fu. Well, I whiffed my second Super Wung Fu attack. Oh well. But see, why would I bother when the shotgun is doing that well? And again, these things are roughly the same level as me. Alright, so let's see what it takes to conquer their outpost. Let's ride this bend, it looks like. Oh, cube squared said it had an extra area of effect when I charged it. Ah, that makes sense. So cube squared, just to illustrate a little bit of, I think, a better illustration of what you're talking about. Some of the weapons do this. This is a scripted weapon you get. This little, I think it's called a clonk fist. You can see. So that's the melee weapon I have equipped there. And the reason that it's scripted for you to get it is you will find places where there's a wall with a certain texture. And you have to punch through it doing this. Holding down this rocket fist button and then doing that. And you can use that in combat as well. And that's something the game teaches you early on, is pressing the attack button with the little fist equipped just does normal attacks, but holding the button down is something different, and that'll get you through certain walls. But there's no reason for me to use this fist, because look, 350 damage versus 475 to 780. This thing got obsoleted pretty quickly. And I started with these spark gloves, and if you look at those are pretty terrible too. This is a tribe weapon. I guess it's well, yeah. You can see it's also thoroughly obsoleted by this weapon that I crafted. So, all right, outpost up ahead. By the way, it's now nighttime. See that balloon right there? Those are completely pointless crafting stations, and they're all over the world. You look out in the distance, and you'll see a balloon. In any other game, you'd think, oh, cool, that's significant. Like in the Mad Max game, those were the towers where you would unfog the map and find points of interest. Here, it's a completely pointless crafting station. Hi, guys. Do we need to fight? Okay, I guess so. You can see when I build up enough electricity on him, he turns transparent. I see his bones, and then he takes extra damage, I guess. It's the same with them catching fire. They die before they catch fire, generally. Alright, and let's get one more combo. Alright, so I now am in this mode. And I think everyone's dead. There you go, I super Wung Fu'd that guy. So, there is some water, and because this is a new game plus...
Welcome to the Surf Archipelago, where the horizon rests on the surfy goo. This place looks like a real monster magnet.
Oh, sorry, yeah, I've got a question. Jeffrey Epstein didn't kill himself. Good lord. Could you have a less lame name, please? Does Quarter 3 recognize it? Oh, well, okay, no, I didn't. No wonder you have a lame name. You were asking dumb questions. Should have guessed from the username. Yeah, I'm not sure that Quarter 3 is really in the capacity of international recognition of nations. Oh, Monster Key 4H. You know what? I have no idea what that is. I imagine it takes me to a hidden dungeon. Find out what the key unlocks. Alright, let's track this quest and find out what the key unlocked. It's right over here. By the way, I am happy to talk politics.
Maybe this key will do it.
I think what Israel is doing right now is outrageous. I mean, I tend to be relatively conservative in terms of conservative doesn't mean anything anymore. Foreign policy-wise, I tend to I think the Palestinians have just been on such a self-destructive path for so long, Israel as well. But I like the way that John Oliver put it when he pointed out that right now they're suffering on both sides, but the side that has the greater responsibility to end the suffering and the greater capacity to end the suffering, and the side that's inflicting the greater amount of suffering is Israel. So there you go. Alex Chapman, this is medium difficulty level. You can go in the game. You can at any point change easy, normal, or easy, medium, or hard. And my policy in those situations is I just don't touch it. And there's no benefit, or you don't even get a. I don't think there's an achievement for harder difficulty levels. I know I checked, but I forgot. If I know I checked, but if it's in there, it's like a hidden achievement. And I haven't checked, but the ceasefire is still holding in Israel, isn't it? Is it? I'm gonna feel silly if it's not. There's been a big blow up today. I have not looked at the news today. No, that is not a resource totem. Death Adder, not my sort of game, but I've heard it's wait for a sale. All right, so here is one of our rivals' keeps. We are going to conquer it. We're going to see what kind of mission it is. As I said before, the missions tend to be some sort of a scripted battle, or at a certain point you can even just talk another keep into joining you. Let's see what happens here. This looks like it's going to be a fight. I don't know why it showed me that. Hi there. Oh no, these are my buddies. They're in front of the keep that I want to conquer.
As possible and make it clear your tribe is
okay, and again, I don't know if these other options here, like what's the difference between let's enter the outpost and let the mayhem begin? My guess is one is good and one is evil, and the other is opting out. I'm not entirely sure. And why would I ask? I'm just going to say, let's enter the outpost.
Clearly,
Cube Skirt, I don't want to get into it, and this is the last thing I'll say, but the greatest harm is caused by the people who place their military assets in civilian areas with the express purpose of them dying.
First line of defense.
Which I think is, he's talking about Hamas situating, you're talking about that Al Jazeera building, I assume. And again, like I said before, reprehensible things have been done on both sides. And, you know, the farther back you go, the more you can dig up if you want to make that the situation. I mean, I have to admit, like, the Munich Olympics, like, I can't help but I still think of that when I talk about Palestinians. And is that fair? Probably not. I mean, it was so long ago, and it was... but that's just... okay, now I have to punch these here.
And in the spot, wrecked it.
Do it twice, because... Were those things even firing while I was fighting? They might have been.
Barrel shoot. Smack it to get a barrel out of it. Then hit it toward the gate and blast it. That looks splody. Shoot it and watch it glow. Not too close, though.
So I've actually done this before, so it's not that I am really good at sussing it, at figuring out the clues. I just know what I'm supposed to do.
Oh, boom. You're in. Keep going.
And actually, this is kind of repeated, maybe not the specifics, but this basic pattern for some of the other keeps is just work your way through a series of a few different challenges and rooms.
Here's the second line of defense.
Don't remember this one. Cube Squared, why don't you like the narrator? Is it just a general dislike of narrators, this one in particular? It's a good question. mainly, so I have a weird relationship with subtitles and dialogue. The default situation in all video games, I don't know that I've ever seen it otherwise, is to play the dialogue and show you the subtitles, which I think is really awkward and is a disservice to the voice actors and even the writing. I think it's just distracting. It pulls my brain in a couple of different directions. So anytime I care enough about the dialogue, and if I like the voice acting, I turn off the subtitles. And if I just don't like the voice acting or don't care about the dialogue, I just leave the subtitles on and turn off the voice acting. So I'm just going to read it. What am I supposed to do here? Oh, right. Okay, I have to do this. So my problem here with the narrator is it's kind of the worst of three worlds. Is he's talking, there are subtitles, and when he's talking, he is translating what somebody else is saying in their animal baby talk. So it's like three different levels of what is my brain supposed to pay attention to. So eventually, I turned off the narrator and just read the subtitles while the weird language played in the background. And that was actually kind of okay. Like, that worked all right. What am I doing here? Just killing this? Oh, interacting with the handle. Right, while I get sizzled with fire. Thanks. Did that not turn it off?
Give it a good smack.
Oh, okay, so I have to turn the handle and then punch it. Oh, and there I was burning. There. Alright. See if I can do it here without catching fire. Alright, so I have to turn this handle. And then punch it.
Good smack.
There we go. And I turned off those little flamethrowers. Now I have to kill this gun. Here's a puzzle. Wait, did I tell you the puzzle was cool? I hope it did not say that this is a cool puzzle, because I don't think it is a cool puzzle. I didn't really like... The puzzles in this are mostly these weird turn a dial to match something. What am I... Use the wire claw. Oh, there's a ladder here. I was like, okay, how am I supposed to get up there? Alright, let's use this wire claw. Oh, right, to shoot open a door by blowing those up. Which, okay, there. There you go, I solved that puzzle. Cube Squared says, as a non-English native speaker, Cube Squared, what's your first language? He says, I feel that subtitles sometimes help if you don't want to change your own language's VO. That's actually a very good point, subtitle, yes. And also, and I called him a Stephen Fry sound-alike. Like, I do like his voice.
The outpost belongs to your tribe now.
All right, there we go. We do that 3 more times, and then it tells us to go to a different tribe.
But they won't give up.
Q-Squared is Romanian.
Your Sifu thanks you. Your tribe is growing stronger.
Your first language is Romanian. I don't know if you were Romanian. That was presumptuous on my part. All right, so we've done. Okay, here's our. This is what is his name? Cajun sorbet. Oh, he gave me that pretty quick. I thought I was gonna have to do like a whole bunch of.
Says you did a great job capturing the outpost. You've earned the privilege of carrying the tribe's weapon.
I'll wear it with pride. Not saying I'm gonna use the weapon, but you know what? I'll go ahead and I'll wear it like a merit badge.
Says you're lucky to have the honor.
Okay, let's look at this weapon now. So, and this is based on where on the map I am. If you were playing this game normally, you would start down here. Oh, actually, you know what this would be? So, I think there's a tribe here, and there's a tribe over here, and this would be the second set of tribes you would end up fighting, I think. So, basically, getting their weapon would be something that would be mid to late game. So, let's look at what weapon we got from them. There's a ranged weapon. The Lotus Shuriken. Look at that. 160 to 216 points of damage. Versus a 636 to 800. Basically something that does 900 points of damage and something that does 200 points of damage. This thing here is 100% useless to me. Let's check out the range. Not even the range. I mean, I guess I fire it more quickly. Let's see actually what it does. Oh, yeah, so you're just rapid firing these little shurikens. Is it limitless? You know what, we'll use it. Oh, here's for a psionics point. Cube Squared, I see what you mean. I wonder why they don't have the characters just speak English. Is hiring a single actor. So actually, one of the things here, Cube Squared, is none of the animals speak. The animals all speak this jibber-jabber stuff. Like, let me talk to this guy. And then the narrator translates for them.
Hates that you're wasting your time trying to improve things. Better to wipe the slate clean.
So the guy went, "Hoobaja booboff," and then the narrator told me what he said. So what that means then is they only need one voice actor to localize this game to every language. And that's the narrator. Whoever is playing this little creature right here who went
Giustoni Gioni.
Right, that's exactly what I was saying.
Interested in shining bright alongside the myriad someday.
All right, so they have idle chatter. That guy, they don't have to change the voice actor who went that guy just works for every single language, for every single market to which this game ships. Cube Squared, it might be upgradable. Yeah, exactly. That's what I wanted to go show you guys about that shuriken. Let's look at that. Crafting. So check this out too. Let's say I want to craft a weapon. Here is my, it's not a paper doll because it's a 3D model, but here's the 3D model for me to craft stuff. I choose the slot that the thing is equipped. So I choose my main hand. Here are the melee weapon crafted. Here's the ranged weapon crafting. So if I come over here to ranged weapons, look, no, that's not included in the things that I can improve with crafting. That shuriken, it's as is. Now what I don't know, can I improve it at the crafting balloons? And I do want to go find that out. Because if I wanted to use this shuriken right now, like it's a cool weapon. Oh, and I was going to show you also, it'll have special moves. Let me show you this. Right here. These are the Wung Fu, the moves that build up my Wung Fu bar. And so Shadow Toss is just normal attack. If I jump an attack, it's a lizard spin. If I dodge an attack, it's a sunset thrust. Now, if I want to build up my Wung Fu bar, I can do Guppy Thunder, which is dodge attack and then ranged attack. But if I want to do Rat's Hand, it's jump attack. And these two sequences, input sequences, they are the same for every single weapon. There are only 4 combos in this entire game. They're limitless weapons. Like I can make the gun that I am using. I can make probably not infinite, but countless variations on it. But always and only the same 2 combos for ranged weapons, the same 2 combos for melee weapons. Now, if I want to unlock them for a weapon type, for instance, I used shotguns, all the stuff, you get the 3 basic attacks. These are the 2 Wung Fu attacks that will build up my little Wung Fu attack bar. And you could see from the earlier battles, it's kind of superfluous at this point in the game. Even fighting things the same level as me, I don't really need it. If I'm fighting tougher things, yeah, maybe the Wung Fu. Cube Squared wants to know if the different classes have different skills. Cube Squared, there aren't, I don't think they're different classes. I think they're just different starting situations. And actually that, you know what, don't take my word for that because it's been so long since I actually rolled up my character. But I think all that varies are your starting stats and what powers or weapons you start with. I think. I could be wrong. Rumsfeld wants to know if the game is Space Rumsfeld, if it's medically and scientifically accurate. I am not certified to say that, Space Rumsfeld. I couldn't tell you. Bearded Twig says he can't see the chat scrolling. Is his Twitch broke? Oh, Bearded Twig, I'm sorry. I'm live streaming simultaneously to YouTube and to Twitch, and I'm not specifying which one of those I'm reading comments from. My bad. So, Bearded Twig, what you've been hearing me respond to are the YouTube chat and not the Twitch chat. Sorry about that. And vice versa for those of you on YouTube. Uh, yeah, so this gets at a point, I've got one upgrade point right here. I honestly don't care about it because I've got a shotgun. The Myriad Tribe, wait, where'd it go? The Lotus Tribe Shuriken, you'll note it came with everything unlocked. There's nothing for me to upgrade there. If I wanted to, say, use, what am I even not upgraded? Yeah, regular guns, it's just like pistols. I spent a point unlocking Crane Dance, which is one of the two combos. If I want to spend 2 points unlocking the Wung Fu combo to build up my Wung Fu bar for pistols, I could spend 2 upgrade points on that. But I don't care. I'm not using pistols. What I could also do, these general perks right here, and this is where the game thinks it's being kind of like Fallout. I could buy these, but I bought all the ones I wanted. Like there's one up here that gives me plus 15% attack damage on ranged weapons. Some of these other ones, your loot chance is increased with 10%. I think that's supposed to be by 10%. Charmer, your chance to persuade in dialogue is increased by 1 point. There are, thinking back on my playthrough, I can think of maybe 3 instances of me persuading someone. Let's look at some of the more expensive ones. Your health regeneration is increased by 40% while in combat. This might be useful, but I am sitting on, we'll check later if you want, I'm guessing I've got 40 health potions of different varieties that I don't need. Easily, at least. Wet. Melee weapons increase their damage by 15%. Couldn't care less. And Wung Fu Barrage. Successive unarmed attacks. If I wanted to use, like, I think those spark gloves count as unarmed. They increase damage by 3%. So that can go up to 15% because it stacks 5 times. These are the only things left for me to spend points on, and I honestly couldn't care less. Now, Psionics. Wait, no, that's not. Where's the Psionics? Over here are Psi powers. When I get 16 of them, I can finally unlock my Death Lightning, which I honestly, again, don't care about. I don't need it. My little Spark Ball is doing just fine. Now, in order for me to get the Death Lightning, you'll note I need to have... why does it not say anywhere? I'm pretty sure my light stat needs to be at least 30. Oh, here we go. Sky Spark. Here we go. Here's the evil, like, nuke attack. I need Dark Aura of 30, which I think I can... I don't think it in any way impacts my light aura. I think I can build them both up. So those are psi points that you earn separately from these little Psionic shrines. Alright, so we have that... What am I doing? So we have that heap. Do we want to get these now? I honestly don't care. Let's just, So I think it speaks volumes for this game that I'm already sick of showing it to you guys. I mean, I'm just going to run around, and we'll just run around and ride my mount and explore, and I'll just chat with you guys. And I can see people enjoying this. I mean, if you really don't... Like, I love systems. I love learning systems and watching them develop over the course of a game. I love this idea of mastering rules and systems and, rule sets. I love that kind of thing. I love progression. And I just feel like there's nothing to master in here. And the progression is ultimately meaningless.
There's news of a Ronin joining the tribe. That must be you.
Yes.
Wouldn't be...
But if you... Okay, so where I was going with that, if you're like me, if you're not like me as far as, like, enjoying games for exploring the systems, if you just want to explore a colorful world, I can totally see people liking this game. Because, look, it is colorful. Look at that, like, pink ruined area and that route, and you follow the route, and there's the monster there, and there's the Wait, where's the tree at the other end? For some reason I can't see. I think that's the route, and the tree is back this way. Yeah. Oh, let's go look at the crafting balloon. I want to see if I can make that shuriken relevant. Hazy Silhouette, how are the difficulty modes different? Hazy Silhouette, I honestly couldn't care less because there's no incentive to play with the difficulty modes. But I'm guessing you do more damage, you take more damage, your armor doesn't count as much. I honestly couldn't tell you. Okay, this guy wants to talk. Oh, we were gonna look at what that, did we look at what that key unlocked? Let me see what this guy wants.
Complains it's impossible to keep anything safe now that the world is coming to an end. It was too heavy for them, but someone like you could carry it.
I don't, what is he even talking about?
Thinks that's the real trick, isn't it? Without you, it's just going to rust bust.
I think he's giving me the location of a treasure chest. Yeah, so I can spot in the, yeah. So find the strong box is now a side quest I can do if I want. I do want to go look at what was unlocked by that creature key that we found. Oh no, okay, you know what? So this is actually a facet of a good open world game. Like this is part of open world. Oh, is that what? Is getting pulled in different directions to try different things. And again, there's lots of activities. There's lots of things to try here. There's lots of stuff you can do. Side quest. I guess I did open. Yeah. Okay. Did I open the? Okay. Whatever. This was the side quest, right? That can't be right. Oh well, I forgot. Okay, let's go look at the balloon. I want to see if we can make the shuriken relevant. Oh, here, okay, so here's some monsters to fight, and then I'll show you some. So look at, see, I mean, like if you just want to like fight weird furry things, look at that, go for it. It's here, you can do it. Oh, that's not the weapon I want. I think that's the shuriken, right? Yeah, so here's the shuriken. Oh. Why is it saying no range weapon? Oh wait, I unequipped it? Yeah, I think I'm just dumb, hold on. There, now it's equipped. Okay, so here's the shuriken. See how long... I mean, I guess it's firing super fast, so it's got that going for it. And like you have to reload your... Oh, it reloads pretty quickly. Alright. And these things are higher level than me. Yeah, so that just takes far too long. Whereas the shotgun... Alright, I accidentally won the battle. Here are things that you can, if you jump through these hoops, you collect money. I have 17,000 money because I've nothing to spend it on. The damage numbers per hit or DPS or, I believe they're hit. There's no DPS stat. They're definitely per hit. Where's the crafting balloon that I saw? There it is. Oh, you guys are my buddies. At this little campfire here, I can change time of day, which actually does have a gameplay impact because one of the early stats I got, my intellect is 10 points higher at night. Oh, do you guys hear that? Okay, those are the cute creatures that I can catch. Here, let's pet one. Okay, so watch this. When I pet it, oh, and there it is in the background. Oh no, that's his buddy. All right, so when I pet this creature, Look, it's off frame as well. Like, I don't know why it's showing me the sky. I'm guessing they just didn't have an animation for it. All right. Crafting balloon. I've lost it. Oh, here it is. Oh no, Space Rumsfeld. No Man's Sky has gotten very good. No Man's Sky was horrible at first, but oh, this might not be foam shoot. Some of the crafting balloons are only weapons or only gear or only armor. This one is weapon. You know, I can't tell. Yeah, this one's weapons. Yeah, so I cannot improve the. Oh wait, ranged. Yeah, I can't improve that tribe weapon. So it is what it is. I can't improve the rarity or the quality of it, and I can't put any add-ons onto it. So it is what it is, and if it's useless, well, too bad. So the whole incentive for me to conquer another tribe, I guess in the New Game Plus, there's no loot scaling or whatever. The whole incentive is, I guess, just storyline stuff. Alright, I do want to show you how it handles, because this is part 2 of how it does different biomes. So you can see here, like this is a body of water, obviously, and I can't go swimming out into it because I'll drown. But you do at a certain point get a boat. And your boat, as near as I can tell, there are 3 levels. I know for sure there are 2 levels of engine. I think there might be a third. And what a level of engine does, and you find new pieces for your boat. Most of them are cosmetic, but some of them will level up your engine. There are certain areas of water that are like so polluted you need a level 2 engine. And that's a way of sort of building the map. Is you can't go into this part of the water until you can't go in the water until you've got a boat, and you can't go in certain waters till you've upgraded your boat. But again, they don't really do much with that whole system. I felt like it was a disappointment overall. And there's loot you can find out in the water. You see that buoy way out there? Probably can't, but way out there is a buoy. There's a bunch of trash next to it. And if you pull the trash away and then drop a crane down in the water, and it's basically just mashing buttons, it's the equivalent of opening a treasure chest. I mean, I hear what sounds like a boat. Oh, there's a boat, yeah. Here are some of the wandering enemies that you find in the water. Let's see if I can get it to do that thing where... So it's shooting its gun at me. Look at how much damage it's doing. Okay, it's actually... That would eventually kill me. If you angle yourself just right, you can get those boats to shoot themselves to death. They're pretty dumb. Let's follow this railroad. Where'd my goat go? Nil wants to know why aren't we playing as a chicken? Nil, everything in this game is some variation of some kind of like fuzzy animal. I don't think my goat can make that jump. Oh, come on. It won't let me spawn it here. Oh, here's another. You guys probably can't see this. See that? There's a little cricket that comes along behind me. There's a chain of quests you can do to upgrade your cricket. And frankly, I didn't... oh, there's my goat. He's stuck on the bridge. Dude, get off of there. I know. I'm sorry about that. Alright, so here's a hazard area. I'll just show you how this works.
You found a manufactorium.
Why
a
is the
place
dude
where
talking?
Hypoxia made all sorts of things during the days gone.
Oh, Narrator Frequency. Here's what I'm looking for. Speech. Because speech turns the narrator down. Gibberish turns the animals down. So next time we meet an animal, I want to show you how much better this feels to me. Alright, so this area here, Is it radiation? I think this is radiation. Now watch what happens as we get into this little purple area. There's different kinds of monsters. There's those guys. See that little percentage building up? Once that hits 100, I'm going to start taking like radioactivity damage. You can see my cricket shooting a little machine gun at that thing. Okay, so the radioactive zone's still building up. Let's see. So he had a sponge blubby. And if I use a sponge blubby, I'll recover 350 points of health over 2 seconds. This is how all health potions work. So if I want to go in there, which I really don't care to one way or the other, there are a few points in the story where you have to go into these hazard zones. You would think that I need to get my gear. See on the bottom right there? There are percentages under those little balls. And the ball in the middle is purple colored. That's my radioactivity resistance. And each of my pieces of gear, here is the hat that I'm wearing. It has no radioactivity resistance. It has some fire and dark resistance. But some of my gear is somehow, is it my face mask? There you go, 5% radioactivity resistance from my multi-tube mask, which is face armor as opposed to head armor. They're separate. Marketson, there's Tom Chicken. Nil, don't chickens count as fuzzy? Disappointing. I know, Nil, but no, all of your creatures... Here, I'll just show you. All of the creatures are some variation of a one-eyed rodent of some sort. No, wait, take it off. There. And you can choose, when you roll up your character, it sort of creates the fur markings for you, which is kind of cool, but guess what? You're not going to be looking at those markings. You're going to be looking at this. You're going to be looking at your armor. Let me put my face mask back on. So I've got 6 points of radioactivity. Why is this a cutscene? I guess it was just warning. Oh, yeah, okay. So now it's telling me, hey, if you want to go in there, you have to find the radioactivity suit. Because the radioactivity suit is 3 pieces of armor that I equip on this screen. 1 for my head, 1 for my torso, 1 for my legs. I do have them for my New Game Plus. All right. I'm a dummy. All right, so I think it was radioactivity, right? And this kept confusing me as well. Look at the radioactivity suit. And by the way, you don't have to manually do this every time. You go into this equipment thing, and there are different slots for the different hazards you'll face. So here's radiation. So the radioactivity hazmat suit is green, but the hazard itself is purple. The toxin hazard is green, but the suit is purple. Who the hell couldn't figure that out correctly? Why did that happen? Oh my gosh, Daniel. Hi, Daniel. Says he's really looking forward to this game. Nice to see you playing it. Love the world. Looks fun to explore and loot. Daniel, do not read my review, whatever you do. So cool to actually see your name on YouTube. Daniel, I've been messing around a lot lately, and I know you'll appreciate this. I've been trying to get back into Hexplore It. I don't have... I finally got Forests of Adramon and Sands of Shorax. Is that what they're called? And never got around to playing them. So I've now got the original Valley of the Death Knight. No, Death Valley, God Lord. Death Valley, Valley of Death. Valley of the Death King? I think Valley of the Death King, the very first one. I finally got that set up on the table, and I'm looking forward to going out there and spending more time with that later. But anyway, so cool to see your name. Yeah, Daniel says he's heard the game is only okay. Daniel, that is more charitable than I would be, but yeah, I imagine this is getting mixed reviews. Oh, and watch me, here's my little zap thing with my super high intellect skill. Just look how quickly I'm dispatching him. Now, the problem is, I think in the game design, is because I'm having to protect myself from radiation, I'm not wearing my best suit of armor. But you will note I'm not taking damage. Do those things fight each other? They do. Oh, I did take some damage. Oh, and I leveled up and healed up all the way. So this guy is like shooting some serious radiation at me. Get him some angry panda. And a bird twirl. I think it's called bird twirl, right? No. Yeah, bird swirl. If I can get one more up. If I can get one more up, I think I whiffed the combo. Nope, I killed him. Alright. Combo unnecessary. Eric Robson, good to see you as well. Oh, Daniel, you're playing Hexplorate right now. Daniel, if you've been posting Hexplorate videos, I have not seen those. I apologize. Daniel, while I've got your ear, so if you guys don't know, Dungeon Dive is the account name for a fellow named Daniel, who has very similar... Oh, look, I've still got my little Wung Fu queued up here. Let's do this. And I'll tell you who Dungeon Dive is if you don't know. Okay, let's try a Clonk Bonk. Alright, well, I don't know what the Clonk Bonk was, because I whipped that. Anyway, so Dungeon Dive's the account name for a fellow named Daniel, who has very similar game taste to me. He has a higher tolerance for dungeon dives, in that it's a genre he really likes. I don't like most dungeon crawlers. But, so here's the thing, Daniel, while I've got your ear. Boy, do I wish you would do playthroughs more. I know you don't, and I know there's a whole different dynamic to trying to play a game while you're doing a video. Oh, I died. That's embarrassing. Oh, you know what? Because I had no functional... I didn't have my best armor equipped. I was fighting with the degraded armor that's necessary when you put on those hazmat suits, because they don't give you as much armor. Anyway, what I wanted to say, Daniel, I love what you do, but boy, I wish you would actually do playthroughs, because, and I know you share this with me, one of the things I love about board games is the narratives they create. And I love you talking about systems and about lore and artwork and just poring over the components of a game. And that's mostly what you do. But I would love to be along with you sometime for some of the narratives that spin out from a game. So there, I've had my say. But Daniel is one of my favorite YouTubers. I have also found, oh my gosh, you know what? While I'm talking about some of my favorite YouTubers, I have found two guys that I just find they are, there's something so weirdly lovable about them. Let me make sure I'm getting the name right. Hold on one second. All right. I think it's just like co-op board. No, what are they called? They have just like the most unimaginative name. Hold on, look under my subscriptions. Where are they? Oh, shoot a dang monkey. I don't have this set up to look at my YouTube account. Dagnabbit. Ugh. Alright, please hold. Here we go. Wait, hold on. How can I just like look at... Oh, stupid YouTube. You know what? Fine. I'll have to talk about it. At any rate, I found a couple of guys. I think they're just called Co-op Shop, maybe? It's no help. You know what? Here, hold on. Please stand by. Not come in shortly. Here, I'm not going to play a song, so I'm going to make you wait that long. Hold on, I have to find the name of these guys, because I do want to give them a plug. Hold on, YouTube. Get out of the studio thing. Go to my subscriptions. And... Oh, look, I'm subscribed to myself. I can see that I'm live streaming. How to YouTube. Someone please come here and show me how YouTube works. Oh, because I'm logged into a different account. Oh, dagnabbit. Ugh. Alright, hold on. Switch account. I hope this doesn't mess anything up. Alright, here we go. Can't tell you how many times I've messed myself up by having a quarter to 3 account and a Tom Chick account. I don't know why I bother. Alright, these guys are called Co-op for Two. That's the name of their channel. Co-op for two. Let me see if I can get a link in here. All right, these guys are some of my new favorite YouTubers. And what they do is they just live stream themselves. I mean, they do lots of different videos, but my favorites. Oh, yeah. Okay, now let me go back to the game. My favorites are them just live streaming games. And I'm going to forget that stupid. I leveled up. I'm just putting it in intellect. I'm going to change my clothes. Oh, and just to show you, let's see. So my armor class, if I look now, my armor is 317. When I switch to my, what was that, anti-radiation, my armor is 80. So that's part of why I died so quickly there. Yes, Marketson has a way better link. Thank you, Marketson. So what Co-op for Two is, it's a guy named Jesse and a guy named Greg. You know what, I don't want to, I don't want to say anything that sounds like I'm disparaging them, because everything I would say about them that might sound disparaging, I actually mean affectionately. But they're the kind of guys that, certainly that I grew up with. I mean, and they're my age. I mean, I guess they're my age. I don't know how old they are. But there's just something so endearing about their, and again, I mean this with the utmost affection, and I don't want to disparage him, but there's something so endearing about their occasional awkwardness. And the dynamics between the two of them are fascinating to watch. I'm glad they don't edit them out. They can be like a married couple sometimes with how they squabble about a game and they're playing co-op. They have very different styles. I think they're both also very articulate, very smart in their own way. So I love both of those guys. That's one of my new favorite YouTube channels. All right, I gotta fix my gear. Hold on. That's what I want to be wearing. Okay. Let's go somewhere. Let's do something productive. Down here is an old world. I think they're called strong box. Oh no, here's a strong box. Let's go check out that strong box. Now, this is a quest we got from a pilgrim. Just a random guy walking around. We talked to him, and he tells you, hey, go to this place. And you know what? I must have used that key, and it just didn't register what I found. So I completely spaced on that. Unless it was this old world box here. I don't think it was. Oh, and you'll note, see these little yellow dots? These are the fast travel points that I'm unlocking as I just explore around. Okay, so let's go check out what's in this strong box. So this is just a quest we got from a random bystander dude. And I think we can skirt this radiation zone without taking damage. Yeah, the goat is not liking it. Alright, so let's go outside the fence here. Quit bumping into the... Okay, there. Can you jump through there, dude? Yeah. Oh, Cube Squared. I was talking about a channel called Co-op for Two. A couple of guys in, I think they're in Illinois, I want to say, named Greg and Jesse, who stream playthroughs of co-op games, or as I like to call them, solitaire games. Okay, so here's a cool thing, and this is one of the early things you see in the game. And okay, I've got to fight something. I think I've got to fight a surf huggle. And he's probably going to roll up into a ball and charge me. You can see, I'm not going to attack, you can see my, yeah, a million different monsters do that. They get a lot of mileage out of the same basic creature and character models. So you can see my cricket shooting the little tiny pings of like 23 points of damage. That's my cricket shooting his little gun. Panda. Let's now do a bird twirl. bird swirl, not a twirl. And what's another one I can do? What was this called? Oh, that was the bird twirl. Dodge, attack, deadly owl. And now let's do this. And let's see what a clonk bonk is. Oh, I can't see what I was doing. Alright, well, whatever a clonk bonk was, I think I killed something, but the tree got in the way of the animation. And this thing isn't going to stay along long enough for me to build up more Wong Fu, so... And he was also carrying Sponge Blubby. Lord Kosk, hello, good to see you. And see, that's not bad. Look at that. That's a decent open world. There you go. Notice the sun sets in the northeast. So, oh, okay. So I was going to say, this is something you find relatively early on. Because this is near the starting point. But that boat there. Look at that boat. You can go out there and explore it. And you're going to find trash loot on it. Excuse me, or I should just say trash. I mean, it's not loot, it's trash. Vendor trash. And on the other side of it, can I get around there? Oh yeah, I can go around. Like, look, there's a bridge over there. So, since I don't have my boat yet, there's a resource, and you'll note there's a little yellow circle on it in the interface, just to remind me, hey, there's something you can interact with, and that's a resource totem. But honestly, at this point, I don't care about resources, because I will be uninstalling this game shortly after I live stream this. Alright, we're gonna go find what was in that Stronk box. Daniel, it's good to see you. And he says he'll think of doing a playthrough. Daniel, just, I mean, even if you... I don't know what to tell you. Like, just even if you go slowly and edit out pauses. I mean, I take forever when I do playthroughs and I just edit out pauses later. But I'd just love to watch you play a game at some point. Ooh, I hope that didn't sound creepy. That sounded vaguely creepy, didn't it? I didn't mean it that way. Just as someone who enjoys playthroughs. But thank you for dropping by, Daniel. Take care. Alright, up here, a strong box. This is Brickbrack 3G. I've discovered this location. And there's a turret firing at me. I bet there's monsters in there as well. And this is also, what game does this remind me of? Where as I go near it, basically it's a checklist of things I can do here. It's not appearing right now, but if I look at it on the map, there you go, Brickbrack 3G. There's one helpless soul. That means there's somebody you can rescue and get light points. Maybe you can also kill them for dark points. I don't know. There are 4 pieces of quote-unquote superb loot. And I'm guessing every single one of them is useless to me. And there's a rec box for the Goo Glide. And a Goo Glide rec box will give you components for your boat. Since I don't have the boat yet, I don't know what would happen. Lord Kosk, I think I might have dismantled the duck helmet. Oh, look, I can show you this, which is another relatively useless thing. Here's one of my psi powers. They just roll over guys, they stick onto this bubble, and then it pops and they take a little bit of damage. There. It looks like they didn't take any damage. Okay, so I guess that's just crowd control. That was the last psionic power I got in my real playthrough. I guess we should do some Wong Fu. I'm actually going to use a healing potion. targeting me. Oh no, it's a sniper guy. And to the designer's credits, they do a lot of cool different behaviors for the different creatures you fight. Like there's some guy that's throwing a bomb and someone rushing me, and then there's snipers. But the whole system kind of falls apart. Can I throw that up? Yeah, I can. The whole system just kind of falls apart because in the shotgun, it's one of those games with the shotgun, or either the shotgun or this thing here. Like I've got one solution to every problem. And I know what they want me to do is when I run out of mana for this, then I go to the shotgun. And then when the shotgun runs out of ammo, I go to mana for this. And that's kind of the overarching loop in, like Control did the same thing. But here, I mean, considering how quickly I'm getting my mana back and how quickly I reload the shotgun, I just feel like there's no real point. You know, and I guess I'm also supposed to be using these Wung Fu moves. Do Angry Panda, do the Twirling Bird, and whatever that owl thing was, dodge, attack, attack. And we unlock this, and... Alright, there's Wung Fu. Alright, so we did some Wung Fu. Look, I'm taking some damage. Yeah, that would have been hit or miss if I didn't have, you know, 50. Let's actually find out how much healing do I have at this point in the game. So after one playthrough of this game, this is the new game plus, on the normal difficulty, I didn't change the difficulty. I have got so let's see, 6, 8, 13, 14, 18, 21, 26, 28, 31, 36, 46, plus 58 is 60, 76, 79, 89. I have 89 health potions. Alright. The other things I've got, so here's consumable ammo, which again, even that I never used. Oh no, that's not consumable. Adrenaline shots, what do those even do? Oh, a damage boost. Big whoop. As if I needed it. Here's consumable ammo. Never used it. Jason McMaster, hey, Heroic Logic, good to see you. Jason McMaster. And Jason McMaster and I have been subscribed for 46 months now. Coming up on our 4-year anniversary. There, by the way, you can see in the water, that is water, believe it or not, and you need a level 2 engine to get out into it. Actually, I think I probably have the stamina to swim across here. Yeah, easily. Alright, what's in the strong... Okay, here we are at Fluff Hulk Nest. There's 1 key swallower monster, 4 superb loots, and 1 secret loot vault. Ooh. McMaster, you'd like this game, I bet. I kind of want to see what a secret loot vault is. I'm guessing I'll be disappointed. Oh. Oh, it's a thing I unlocked before. With the monster key. So I did find one. Okay. So I guess there's the monster here that has the key. Alright, big whoop. What are we looking for? Strong box. Where's that marked? Wait, what? Oh, I need to kill the hold on. Yeah, so there's a key swallower monster here that I need to get into that vault, which I guess is where the secret, the strong box is located. All right, if you guys see a key swallower monster, let me know. I would think he would be nearby, although maybe not. Here are like clamshells. You open them up and there's like a pearl inside. And the pearls you sell for money, which you will then not need to spend on anything. Alright, we're looking for a key swallower monster. Maybe he's not on. Are we on an island? I think we're on an island. Yeah, we're on an island. And there should be a fluff hulk nest. Implies there's a fluff hulk nearby. Here's some kind of like tunnel or something. To my left. There. Let's see if I can swim out there. Yeah, I think I can easily. Another boat in the distance. Oh, okay, here's something to fight. What is it? It's my cricket. Oh, it can't make it across here. Haha, you can't make it across here. I can just kill you from a distance. Really, I feel cheap doing this. Leave the poor guy alone. Oh, these guys are actually moderately difficult. Level 29. Alright, so he's like, what, 5 levels above me? 4. And he's doing a fair amount of damage with that laser, which you kind of have to learn to avoid. He'll also rush me. Like that. Oh, whoops, I accidentally used one of my psychic powers that I'd forgotten I had. Let's eat some tickling toffee. Delicious. Bond V2 wants to know if that's a robot panda bear. Yeah, I think it is. Alright, what was he guarding? Looks like a fake door. Well, that's not opening. Maybe later there's like some story beat or something that opens it. Oh well. That is a frozen area. I forgot what the relevance of that is. Definitely been there. And that might in the distance be like an irradiated area. Looks like there's some kind of lighthouse way out there. I can't get out there till I get my boat. The master says he beat this game in 1 hour and 58 minutes. Oh wait, what? My movies. Oh, wait, hold on. McMaster's talking movies, which I always find amusing. Let me scroll back up and see what he said. He wants to berate me for hating the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre. He says he's beat Resident Evil 8 7 times, including a 1 hour 58-minute run through. That's impressive, McMaster. Think of all the good games you could have been playing, though. Oh, I didn't know you could jump out of water. That makes it easier. Good lord. Wait a minute. Oh, I see, but I'm losing the health I would have lost swimming. Okay. Or the stamina, I mean. That makes sense. Alright, I gotta get out of here. Let's fast travel somewhere. So I don't know where I'm supposed to find the stupid key swallow monster that has the key to that strong box, but forget that. Let's fast travel. Let's go back to the middle of the map. Alright, so we're here at the tree. We have to kill the 4 world eaters that are corrupting its roots or whatever. Alright, someone give me a cardinal direction. I'm just going to head off in that point for a little while. First person to post in either Twitch or YouTube a cardinal direction, that's where we're heading. Lovely kind of a farm down there or something. McMaster watched Nice Guys again. Southeast. Alright. We're going southeast. Which brings us to this barn. Let's check it out. Bric-a-brac 8F. 1 helpless soul, 1 biolab container, 1 resource totem, and 2, count them, 2 superb loots. Master says he's working his way up to Inherent Vice. Master, I just watched that the other night. Did I tell you that? Is that why you mentioned Inherent Vice? Okay, this is the biolab container. It's going to give us a bio point, about which I could not care less. Here's a helpless soul. Oh, we have to fight these guys. So I don't, what am I supposed to do with these guys? Can I like roll them into the water and kill them? No, okay, it doesn't last as long as I bet. Oh, I guess it stuns them, right? So it is kind of a, what would you call that, Nezzy? Crowd control? Hey, that guy's wearing my duck helmet. Dude, come back, I want to show people. Look, that's the duck helmet I had. Now I feel bad about murdering him. So no, McMaster's watching interested in Inherent Vice because our friend Mike told me about how much he loved it. Yeah, Inherent Vice, I like it a lot too. I definitely did not get it the first time I watched it. You know what I love about Inherent Vice? I mean, so many things. But on this second playthrough, there's an actress named Hong Chow. Oh, I love her so much. She is just so adorable and talented, and I hated the movie Downsizing, but she was heartbreakingly good in it. Oh, I loved her in Downsizing. So it was so much fun watching her again in Inherent Vice. She's got a small but very memorable part in it. Is it cussing to say pussy eating special? That might not be an appropriate thing to say on a live stream, so I retract that. But if you've seen Inherent Vice, you'll know what I'm talking about. That's Hong Chow. I saw her recently. Okay, Markinson, your Google skills are going to get put to use here. I also saw a movie. I watched a movie recently that Hong Chow was in. I watched it because she was in it. And it was a little too heartwarming. It was kind of like a... how would you characterize it? It was very Sundance-y, like Minari, but sappier. Actually, I'm not bringing up Minari because of for ethnic reasons, but Minari is like a sappy movie that really worked for me. This other movie I'm going to tell you about is super sappy, and it didn't work for me as well. But I loved it because Hong Chow was in it, and like Minari, it's very much about a young Asian boy's experience in the South. Hong Chow plays a single mother who is cleaning. Okay, so this is supposedly superb loot. And you will note it is a component that I can use to craft a weapon that will do a maximum of 169 points of damage. Now, once I put more add-ons, that will do more damage, but if you remember, the weapon I'm currently using does 900 points of damage. This also has the special ability of Bump, which knocks smaller enemies to the ground when they're hit. And it does electricity damage. So actually this isn't bad. Like if I wanted to use this as the foundation to craft a new weapon, and I actually don't think I have enough resources to do that. Otherwise I could show you guys crafting. And a health pack. Oh, so I was going to tell you. So, driveways. McMaster, did you just look that up? Well done. That sounds like the right title. Good Lord, what a horrible title. James Miller. So happy to see you as well. Hi, James. How are you doing? James, what's the last movie you watched? Yeah, so, with Brian Dennehy and a young Asian kid who was actually very good. I thought he was good. By the way, you know a great child actor I saw recently? Um, Those Who Wish to Kill Me is a terrible movie that just came out. Angelina Jolie, Taylor Sheridan directed it, and I love some of that guy's scripts. The movie is terrible, but it's got an awesome, like an amazing child actor who is way, way better than the movie deserves. Um, but the kid in Driveways was really good. But Hong Chow, I watched Driveways because of Hong Chow, and I just can't get enough of her. She's just enchanting and magical and gorgeous and endearing and heartfelt and just all the good adjectives that you want to affix to a talented actor. Here's some superb loot. What is this? An impaler. Also has overpowered. The damage inflicted by this weapon is increased by 2% for every 10 points of strength I have. And I think my strength is probably something like 70. So this is plus 14% damage. Oh, look at that damage. Actually, this is nice. I feel like we can make a heck of a weapon with this. You know what? Let's try it. Let me show you guys crafting. Oh, and I found an adrenaline shot. McMaster wants to know why I dislike Texas Chainsaw. Oh, McMaster, we will get into that. Right, James Miller? James Miller said the last movie he watched was The Father, and he called it upsettingly good. Man, The Father knocked my socks off. Charleo, good to see you. Oh, Medina Singhor. Was that the woman who played the pregnant, who played John Bornthal's wife? Yeah, she was good. She was a lot of fun, too. Honestly, everything they did with her in Those Who Wish to Kill Me is what they should have been doing with Angelina Jolie's character, but they didn't. Like Angelina Jolie's character, oh my God, it was just embarrassingly bad. But yeah, the badass wife was super cool, Charleo. Yeah, Medina Sanghor. I wonder too. I'd never seen her in anything before, but I will remember her, and I will see other things she's been in. Let's see what this guy wants. I said no cookie says, hey, what are your thoughts on the game so far? Hold on, I have to cough. Let me mute myself. I said no cookies. This live stream is me just basically showing off stuff in the game, but I hated it. I just didn't like it at all. And I've got a review at quarter-to-3.com where I spell out some of those reasons. And one of the and you know, that's just me. And as with any review that I write, I do not intend that to be an objective judgment of whether a game is good or bad. Not at all what I'm getting at in a review. It's just my experience. So my experience is that I hated this game a lot. However, I wanted to live stream it just to show it to you guys so you can see some of what it does and decide whether or not it might be something you like to play. Like I do find watching playthroughs of board games is these days the main way I determine what I buy. I don't follow reviews of board games. You know, I love conversation. I love having conversations about them with friends, and that's actually the main determinant. But the second determinant is watching playthroughs. So I feel like I mean, I just play so many dumb video games, but if I were more discriminating with which games I played, I would probably, instead of reading reviews, to decide what games I play, I would watch playthroughs. Um, Generally speaking. Now, reviews, that's not to say I don't think there's value in reviews, but for me, a review has never been about whether or not I should buy something or whether or not it's recommended. A review is someone articulating his or her experience. And what I'm interested in a review is a person's perspective and not necessarily their overall judgment about whether a game is good or not. I'm happy to decide that for myself. I am interested in other perspectives, but to inform my own playing decisions, I find playthroughs more useful than reviews when it comes to board games, and I suspect that might be the case with some people for video games as well. So I just wanted to stream some of this before I uninstalled it forever, because good lord, I am so done with this. The overwhelming takeaway that I got from playing this is, my god, I wish I was back in Phoenix Rising, that Ubisoft game. How? I think, I've completely lost whatever train of thought I might have had about movies. I guess now I can explain to McMaster why I think Texas Chainsaw Massacre is junk. Although, you know what, McMaster? I should actually, like, re-watch that, because I haven't seen it in... Honestly, I may have only ever seen it once or twice. And not in literally decades. I mean, I've seen bits and pieces of it. I've certainly seen nods to it. Here's what it gets at, McMaster. I'll give you in a nutshell why I don't like Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Because I think Tobe Hooper is a horrible writer and director. I think his success was an accident of the times, and everything he did since then is just wretched. Now, some of it is more entertainingly wretched than others. I did recently rewatch Invaders from Mars, and ooh boy is that bad, but in an entertaining way. Texas Chainsaw Massacre I thought was just straight up bad, like his other earlier stuff, like, it's Eaten Alive. Eaten Alive is another one of his, isn't it? And as we all know, I mean, I think Poltergeist, by the way, is a great movie. I don't think Tobe Hooper directed it. McMaster says Hooper is fun. I think the best bad Tobe Hooper is Life Force. And it helps if you are an adolescent boy when you watch it. No, James Miller, I have Fried Berry queued up. Don't tell me anything about it, but I definitely have that queued up to watch. Oh, look at these things. They're critters from the Critters movies. Actually, they seem like they want to gather together for this move. See if I can roll them out to the water. I'm honestly, I should read the description of this power to remember what it does. Like, am I supposed to hurt? Am I shooting them? No? Okay, that just undid the bubble. I guess they're briefly stunned? Yeah, looks like it. Oh, I seem to have, yeah, they're kind of waddling back to their spawn point. I think I've led them too far from it. Matthew says he thinks it's Texas Chainsaw Massacre is one of the best movies ever, and still freaks him out. Yeah, McMaster, I would love for you to tell me at some point why you think that is. A lot of the trashy horror I object to is just like killing people for no good reason. And that's sort of that's like slasher, you know, slasher movies. Texas Chainsaw Massacre is kind of one of the original slasher movies. I think slasher is a genre of horror is creatively just bankrupt. There's nothing to it. I don't really care to watch slasher movies unless they're doing something interesting or have some sort of a point. And that I just feel that Texas Chainsaw Massacre is one of those. It also, like, it celebrates like the creepiness of like inbred cannibal families is not, that shouldn't be a thing. Why is that a thing? Why is that a thing even? Where did that come from? Who did that? So weird. Yeah, correct. We are not in 19. That said, I love movies from the 70s. I'm a big fan of 70s filmmaking. And see this again, as I was saying before, if you're not really invested in systems, if you just want to explore a colorful, varied world, the rain stopped now, but I was going to show you, here we are on in a thunderstorm on a ruined highway, and it looks kind of cool if you're into that sort of thing. Eric Robson, the slasher exception to me is Elm Street series because they come up with so much interesting dream imagery. Right, the Elm and that's the difference too between Wes Craven. And by the way, you want to talk about trash, like Wes Craven's Last House on the Left, and I think that was the real rapey one if I'm not mistaken. That was like his Virgin Spring remake. That stuff I find. I mean, I don't find many movies offensive, and generally if I find a movie offensive, it's because it's like cheating some real world events and it bothers me the way that it's doing it. But I find stuff like Last House on the Left just flat out offensive. But unlike Tobe Hooper, Wes Craven hit a creative stride in his mid-career. And I think the Nightmare on Elm Street movies, which also basically founded New Line Cinema, those are an example of that. Nightmare on Elm Street, it's just dispatching a bunch of annoying teenagers, but there's a lot of creative stuff with his villain and with the dream imagery, like you mentioned, Eric Robson. Yeah, Nightmare on Elm Street, I think that's classic for a reason. McMaster is, he was taken by how horrific Leatherface is. He's animalistic, and the noises he makes, he's like a giant murderous child. Mice with Matches says, yeah, and he has no empathy, which is also very childlike. McMaster, for you, I pledge to rewatch Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And, McMaster, let me ask you this. For me to rewatch Texas Chainsaw Massacre, should I be in an enhanced state of mind? Like, do you think that would make me appreciate it more or less? Or should I watch it more analytically, just straight up? And I think you know what I'm asking. Master says couldn't hurt. Alright, so you're advocating if I rewatch Texas Chainsaw Massacre, I should get stoned, just to be clear. Because I will do that. I will do that, McMaster. Says, I advocate anyone watching it. Master says, I advocate anyone watching anything should be stoned. Nil-nil, if I were a villain, how would I dispose of a group of annoying teenagers? Nil-nil? By walking away. I would make a terrible slasher. What did I watch recently? Oh, okay, here's a great example. So my sister, who, one of the advantages of having siblings is you've known them for so long and you know them so well that they are automatically an ideal way to either know whether you have similar or opposite tastes. Like when my sister, generally, some of you might have siblings where if they like something, you know you're going to hate it. My sister, and a lot of things my sister likes, I hate. But my sister and I think, know each other well enough that we can just say, check this out. Watch this. And say nothing else. Like, she's one of the few people, and there may be, I don't know, a half dozen people in my life like this. They just can say the name of a movie, and I don't want to know anything more. I just want to know if they think I should watch it. So my sister got me to watch a British crime drama. Okay, this thing is talking while I'm trying to talk. Please stop talking. I'm telling people something. I'm ignoring everything he's saying. I don't know what I'm doing. I could have just put myself into a dead end. Find the Bomba Ball friend. Good lord, I have no idea what that is. Let's go look for it. So anyway, and I promise I'm going to bring this around. Hey, Pony Carnival! Good to see you. Oh my god, Mark, yeah, I did used to make my sister get in the lake first because I was afraid of sharks. When I was a kid, and by kid I mean 14, when we would go to my grandfather's lake house, He lived on Lake Hamilton in Arkansas, Hot Springs, Arkansas. And we would go there. It was a great place. You know, he had a boat, and the older kids would go water skiing and take the boat out and drink beer. Me and my sister would be left behind to go just dog paddling around. Actually, I can swim. Swimming around the dock. Um, but the water was super murky, and I, of course, had been traumatized by Jaws, and it's been a lifelong thing, and I think it accounts for part of why I love horror movies. But I did not want to get in the water, because it was just too scary. And finally, my sister, like, I finally confessed to my sister that I didn't want to get in the water alone, that I needed someone else to get in the water first. And if I had been if I had had a sibling tell me that, I probably would have made fun of them for being afraid of Jaws. But my sister, to her credit, and I just got so lucky growing up with her, never once made fun of me for that. She instead, whenever we went to the lake, she would just get in the water first. And it was like this unspoken thing that we had. She knew that I was too big of a baby to get in the water, and I'm serious about being 14 years old. Like, as a teenager, it just creeped me out. So Nancy would just be like, you know, we'd go to the lake, she'd just get in the water first if she wanted me to go swimming. She just knew, you know, if I get in the water, it's safe. So at any rate, she tells me, and I promise I'll bring this around, she tells me recently, oh, this. No, I did this. Okay, this thing's going to talk a lot. Let me see if I can skip through it. Oh, no, it's not where I'm supposed to go. Okay, that is something different. Pony Carnival says he thought this was visually stunning until the NPC's arm clipped through his head 5 times. Pony Carnival, you cannot look too closely at this. I mean, seriously, the thing I wrote about in the review is there's like a Goldilocks zone. If it's too close, you're going to see a bunch of glitches. Too far out, there's a bunch of pop-in. But there is this Goldilocks zone between the glitches and the pop-in where it looks pretty decent. At any rate, so my sister emails me, and I promise I'm going to bring this around to, if I were a slasher, how would I dispose of annoying teenagers? That's the topic at hand, and that's where I'm going to work my way. I think this area has no oxygen in it, so I need a hypoxia suit. No, maybe not. Okay. Later on, you find air. Oh yeah, it is a hypoxia zone. All right. So now it's going to pop up the quest where I find the hypoxia suit, which is a bit weird because I've got the hypoxia suit. So actually, why don't I just put the stupid thing on? And then I promise I'll get back around to explaining to you how I would dispatch of annoying teenagers if I was a slasher. Yeah, so here we are in the Hypoxia Zone. And I'm embarrassed to say, I played through a ton of the game. This is fairly, I think I stopped going southeast at some point, which was the plan. But yeah, so there's this Hypoxia Zone, and you come through here and you put on your little Hypoxia suit. I don't want to fight anything, so I have no armor with this. And I don't know when I'm out of the Hypoxia Zone. I don't know if it'll tell me, or if I'm just supposed to infer that from the graphics. I'm guessing all this gray area is Hypoxia Zone. Let me take off the suit and see. Yeah, this is not the Hypoxia Zone. So when I played before, I put on the... Oh yeah, well... So that's the Hypoxia Zone. This is not the Hypoxia Zone. This is just regular garden variety junkyard. I guess there's a sort of a vague fog effect when you get in the Hypoxia Zone. I don't know. Oxygen is invisible. Speaking of oxygen, Alexander Aja's new movie, Oxygen, is, I think, really good. Alright, so my sister emails me and says, check out, and this has been recommended to me before because Kelly MacDonald is in it, but my sister emailed me and she was like, okay, check out a British crime drama. She might not have even said those words. You should check out something called Giri Haji. 2 separate words, capital G, capital H, Giri Haji. And I later found out they're the Japanese words for duty and shame. And it's the name of what seems at first, I think it's on Netflix, is that where I watched it? It seems at first like it's just a British crime drama, crime series. 8 episodes, hour long. But you watch it, and it's not quite that. It is that married with a Yakuza thriller, kind of, with all that involves. And it's not a British Yakuza thriller. I mean, it feels very much like a series made in Japan, a Yakuza thriller, crossed with a British crime series made in England. So it's a joint production between a Japanese production company and the BBC. Um, so Giri Haji does a weird thing too. Like it sets up this drama and a mystery, and the whole dramatic tension is set up, but then it's resolved halfway through, and I'm not sure where it's gonna go. But there's a really annoying character, a young guy, early in the movie, who I could not wait to either go away or get killed or befall some horrible fate. I couldn't stand this guy. And he plays a kind of a stereotypical flamboyant gay character. He's super catty. He's mean to people. He's mean to the protagonist. Um, but the show does something as it goes along because it turns out he's one of the main characters. It does a fantastic job to the credit of the actor, the director, directors plural, it's a TV series, and especially the writers, for making the character, for humanizing the character after this initial first impression of being this flamboyant, catty, gay character. And it just gives him depth, and it creates a sense of empathy with him. Uh, and I'm really loving Gary Haji. I think at first I was super mad that it wasn't just Kelly MacDonald, that it's very much an ensemble show, but there's plenty of adorable Kelly MacDonald in it. So my problem is, it does not take much for me to humanize an annoying character. And that's whether it's real life or movies or TV shows. I just have a super easy empathy hook. And it's really easy to get that empathy hook stuck on someone. So, the way that I would dispatch of annoying teenagers is I would have to go the other way, because it doesn't take a lot for me to suddenly sympathize with them, which is why really bad horror movies where I want the characters to die just aren't doing their job, because it does not take a lot, just a little touch of clever writing, or maybe a subverted expectation, or a silent moment, or a beat between two characters. It does not take much for me to humanize a character in a movie. So if there's any crappy slasher or horror movie where I'm still rooting for the annoying characters to die, the movie has not done its job. And the same with me. I would make a terrible slasher because the annoying character would say something to make me feel sorry for him or her, or I don't know. I would too easily empathize with them. So if you're looking to hire a slasher, don't hire me. I would be terrible at it. Anyway, how did I get... Yeah, so the annoying guy in Gary Haji, I think his name is... Shoot. Not Rodney. I want to say Rodney. That's not right. That can't be right. That sounds like weak writing. Like to name... I don't know. Maybe that is right. Yeah, so McMaster's saying... McMaster, you said the guy in the wheelchair and the hitchhiker are the ones that I should like if I watch Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Oh, the main characters are so annoying you want them to die. Right, and that's the facet of a lot of dumb horror movies. Honestly, can I confess something to you guys? I lost interest in this game about 10 hours ago when I was doing the review. But in this playthrough, I lost interest about an hour ago, and how long have I been going? Let's just hang out and talk about movies, right? Oh, we're gonna find the Bomba Ball. Okay, we're gonna find the Bomba Ball to find out what the heck it even is. Bomba Ball friend? I think it might be a mount. And then I'm gonna stop playing. I guess I should ride over there. Pony Girl wants to know if this is about Mad Max's dog. What? Mad Max's dog? This dog didn't even have a name, did it? Plus, his dog is dead. Spoiler. Oh yeah, McMaster, come on, give me. Oh wait, my goat did show up. Where'd he show up? Oh, there you are. Come here, buddy. All right, we're going. You know, is that close to a fast travel point? Yeah, McMaster, what possessed you to pick up GTA again? I mean, when they released those heists and they said that they were playable solitaire, that got me super curious. Yeah, there's no, you know, we can fast travel here and then walk. Actually, can we? I think so. Let's fast travel here. Oh, I have to, okay, so here's the thing. I'm on the mount. I have to get off the stupid mount and then go back and fast travel. How annoying is that? Oh, I'm pretty much there anyway. James Miller says Victoria 3 is coming soon. James Miller, I dispute soon. But I did see they're working on it. Unfortunately, I see it's also, isn't it one of the lead developer of Stellaris? Which does not instill me with much confidence. Wait, come back, goat. Hold on. I did find at one point a kind of a cool robot horse. But again, it was just cosmetic. Crispy Web, hi! Oh, saw Interstellar for the first time last night. I'm kind of jealous. I mean, I get why some people don't like it, but oh my god, I rewatched that about 6 months ago. Yeah, I mean, Dark Knight. Dark Knight is probably Dark Knight and Memento are of course everybody's favorite, I'm sure. But like, if I then had to pick the number 3 spot, I'm pretty sure I'd put Interstellar in there easily. 0-0. Won't see me in any Gran Torino role. But in the point of Gran Torino that he is just an old softy? I forget. That movie didn't register for me very much. I'm so over Clint Eastwood. And not just for political reasons. For political reasons too, but also I just think he's such a... It's going to sound awfully dismissive, and I can articulate it better if I wanted to, but just for shorthand, I think he's become just such a crap, shoddy filmmaker in his old age. I mean, Unforgiven is undisputably brilliant, and that just hits all the right notes for me, and it's a great way to have ended a career, but everything after Unforgiven is just, ugh. Hey, those creeps are shooting at me. It's a hostile tribe. Alright. Interstellar 2, and I'm super bummed I didn't get to see it in a theater. I consider that one of the great regrets of my life. I mean, even the nutso Matthew McConaughey is good. Here's the thing. I think that a Christopher Nolan movie needs a compelling performance that he's not going to be able to coax out of an actor. Like, I feel like, and this is why I want to rewatch Inception, because I like Leonardo DiCaprio, and I want to go back and see, like, how Inception holds up next to Tenet, because, oh shoot, is his name Isaiah Washington? What's Denzel Washington's son's name? I mean, I want to like that guy, but I think he's just such a dud. He doesn't work for me at all, and it really was a problem for me in BlacKkKlansman and Tenet especially. I think a Christopher Nolan movie needs a lead actor who's just going to run with it. And certainly in Dark Knight, Heath Ledger did that. You know, Batman's never the lead actor in a Batman movie. Heath Ledger did that. In Memento, like, Guy Pearce is always reliable. And certainly with Joey Pantalone, the two of them make Memento work just fine. But I think what Matthew McConaughey is doing in Interstellar is crucial. It's like clutch to making that work. Hey, this is like the Fallout. What's the early question? Is it Fallout 3? We have to disarm the bomb in the middle of the town. This is the animal version of that. So yeah, that's part of what I love. Oh, James Miller again, rubbing my face in things. I'm so jealous. Got to see Interstellar in a 70mm print on a 6-story tall screen. Yeah, I'm super sad. Megaton, right, McMaster? Good lord, how would I forget that? All right, here we go. Let me show you the mini game throughout Biomutant, and it is based on your intellect score. How many moves you get. Oh, by the way, here's how I like the dialogue. The narrator, you can't hear him. That, however, is the subtitle for the narrator, what he would say when the animal stops talking. So I don't need the Stephen Fry sound-alike guy to read it to me. It's right there, and I can listen to the gibberish talk in the background. Now, getting to this whole, like, dialogue choice, ugh, good lord. Don't even know, don't care. Alright, thank you, Jabba the Hutt. Oh, I think I got light or dark points from that. Who cares? Alright, so watch this. I have 21 moves. Oh, so it's nighttime, which means that my intellect, because I have a perk that makes my intellect higher at night, my intellect right now is 213. If it were daytime, because of the perk, my intellect would not be 213, it would only be 203. Yeah. So that is a perk, you know, well spent. So I only have 21 moves to solve this puzzle. And what I have to do is turn these until the links match up. There, I solved it in 3. So there you go. I did a puzzle. So let's go to the storage room. Alright, it's over here. So I disarmed the bomb. Didn't it? Am I supposed to, like, care about this loot? So superb loot. Superb loot. I don't need to see those screens. Superb loot. I'm hitting A to skip it, which is why you'll see me jumping if I don't need to see the screens. Alright, so disarming the bomb, it looks like it just let me in here with a bunch of junk loot. And if I had a boat... Okay, yeah, those don't go anywhere. I thought it would be cool if there was like an underground river I could explore in my boat. Well, does that go somewhere? Oh, no, it doesn't. Alright. Well, that would have been cool, an underground river. Alright, so that's what we got out of that. Oh, wait, coming back. Return to Merp. Oh, okay, good. I get a reward. His name is Merp, you guys. Merp. M-E-R-P. Merp. Look, there's Merp. He's a merchant. Alright. Bond V2 says he only saw Dunkirk once, and it was in the theater. Yeah, the Dunkirk's definitely a theater movie. Also a theater movie? 1917, the Sam Mendes thing. Alright, what does Merp, the merchant, sell? Brain fuel, which you can see, you know, when I run out of energy in the middle of a battle, I could have these. Pony Carnival transliterating or transcribing the dialogue for us says Itue Lugasump. Very good, Pony Carnival. I could also buy an energy pack. Alright, check this out. Seriously, game. Seriously. This is the sort of thing. This is what makes me give a game 1 star. This that I'm looking at right now, and I'm going to explain why, has no business being in this game in any way, shape, or form. This right here would make me rage uninstall. This energy pack medium, I can pay 90 green is what you call money, and as you can see, I've got about 20,000 money because I never needed to spend it. I can pay 90 green for an energy pack, medium, I presume, is the size. And it will regenerate. Oh, wait, actually. Okay, you know what? Let me settle down. No, I'm not going to settle down because, okay. And it will boost my energy regeneration by 25 for 20 seconds. Alternatively, for 90, I can buy brain fuel, which will boost for the same 20 seconds. And remember, I paid the same 90 green. This will boost my energy regeneration by 5 times the amount, 4 times the amount of the energy pack. They cost the same, they run over the same course, yet this one right here, 4 times as effective as this. The same merchant selling both of them. Why? Why the fuck is this in the game? When you make a game, when you create this system of merchants and buying stuff and gear and loot and consumables and energy that drains with use of powers, why would you leave this in your game? For Pete's sake, fix this. This is so annoying. That's so dumb. Oh my god, so dumb. Buddy Carvel says, getting a good deal will make you rage uninstall. I mean, it's not the good deal, but it's making me wonder, why is this in here? I mean, maybe if brain fuel, and the thing is, I mean, my raging right now is compounded by the fact that energy regeneration is completely useless. Green, completely useless. I played through this game once on normal difficulty. This stuff, completely useless. Now, what else is this guy selling that I can rage about? He's selling keys. Why is he selling this? Is this the key to that place that I couldn't unlock before? Because from the graphic, it looks like the key that I already had. Oh, I can sell it. No, okay, that's why. It is the key I already had. So I could sell it. So wait, didn't I use this to unlock something? Alright, here's all, and again, I could rage at all of these. Look at all the clothes and stuff he's selling. All of it is useless because, you know, you can look at any given component. Like, my hat is currently giving me 27 armor. This one will give me a little bit of extra health, but it'll only give me 7 armor, and I'll lose most of my energy regeneration and my energy bonus. Mice with matches. Maybe it's there to show you how great a deal you're getting. I mean, I appreciate you guys. I mean, I was just for effect, sort of yelling about that, but that just. And I don't think they're limited quantity, are they? I mean, let's find out. Oh, there was only one. All right, I'll settle down. It was a good. Okay. Oh, there's only one of each? All right. Well, you know what? It would have helped if it had showed me that on the screen. All right, I take back all my raging, which is why you should always read something that I've written rather than watch me playing and just sort of reviewing something on the fly. Presumably, I would figure something like that out before raging about it. Let's see, what else he's selling? He's selling useless clothes, and you can sort them by what slot they go into. He's selling, these are add-ons. They're basically, all of your armor will have like a socket, and you can socket an add-on to give you, in this case, 8 extra. Both of these just give you, well, I was going to say, yeah, they both give you 8 extra points of armor, yet the spark plug is slightly more expensive than the bolt wreck. Why is that? I actually know the answer to that. If you look in the bottom right-hand corner, that spark plug also gives you 3 percentage points of radiation resistance. The bolt wreck actually gives you more resistance across more. Ugh, who knows? So 3 points of radiation resistance versus 1 radiation resistance, 2 toxin resistance, 1 dark resistance, and yet it's like 100 green cheaper. Who knows? Ugh. Chris Webb, good to see you. Have a nice dinner. Funny Carnival is saying I need to save my green for my Texas Chainsaw Massacre viewing. James Miller, all right, that sounds like a big uh-oh to me, but he says you need the strongest stuff for fried berry. I am not much of a one for stoner comedies, if that's what it is. Yikes. All right, I can buy a what is this, a base? Oh yeah, a pistol base and a. So these are both for pistol guns, your basic gun. This one does radioactive damage. Oh, you know what? I think I'm gonna call it a night now, but I want to show you guys some crafting first. Let me just look and see. So here's how crafting works. This is the crafting screen, believe it or not. To craft something, I select the slot where I'm going to craft it. So I want to craft a ranged weapon. These are just melee. Hit the shoulder button to go to ranged. Here are my ranged weapons. These are all of the ranged weapon bases that I've accumulated and didn't bother to sell or dismantle. You can see, all right, I can tell right away the issue is going to be I don't have much lumber and I don't have many of those gaskets. So that's probably going to prevent me from, oh, well, you know what I can do? Hold on. Let's figure which one of these we're going to use. Actually, I think it was a melee weapon I was looking at, wasn't it? Didn't I get some badass blade? Was it the one that knocked people over? This was the one, right? No, it was a crushy thing. This was the one. Okay, because yeah, look at that damage. All right, so let's see what we can make with this, which means I'm going to dismantle everything else. So if I were playing, oh, and here's another game I really liked a lot, Outriders. If I were playing Outriders, I could easily say, you know, I'm going to scrap everything or sell everything but this. But here's how this works. And those were just my melee bases. For all my add-on components, for all my consumables, you can scrap consumables. It's the same thing. Let me scrap all my ranged weapon parts as well because I will not be playing this game anymore. Whoops, wait, what did I do? Hold on. No, I accidentally started crafting. Alright, scrap, yes. Wait, I think I scrapped something I wasn't even high enough level to use yet. Okay. Alright, so we're going to make this impaler. Oh, you know what? A gun would have been a better way to show you guys. Oh well. So, I'm selecting this base type, the impaler. Now, I can stick onto it a handle. And here is the list of handles. And the handle I choose determines, you know, the name of it as well as the stats and the rarity. Now, let's say I wanted to sort by, oh, the most damage or rarity or type. Guess what? I can't. Now, is that because there's no sorting function in the game? Nope, because there is. Watch this. The sorting is only where you don't need it. Ranged part. Here we go. Melee base types. Oh, that was a terrible example. Melee parts. Look, now I can sort them by clicking the left stick. Sort by value, sort by which ones I found recently, sort by the stat, sort alphabetically, or sort by value. Look, I can sort all of these, which is great. But guess where I can't sort it? When I'm actually using that stuff. When I need to sort it, I can't. So I would now like to sort by value. Guess what? Not an option. Actually, you know what? What if I left click anyway? No, yeah, left click does nothing. So I'm just going to look for the price. So this thing right here goes up to 798 damage. Adds critical chance. Is that even a good way? 1900 green. So the most expensive one is 1900 green. Let me see. And what does that even do? So it takes it up to 800 points of damage. And yeah, that's the best damage bonus I can give it. Is that why it determines value? All right, so we're sticking a wrench curve. There, I just crafted a weapon. Now I can stick one add-on. Huh, it's saying I can stick an add-on, but I don't know where I do that. Oh, the add-on is only the handle. All right. So we craft that. And there we go. Now let's compare that to the weapon I've been using. All right, here is my main. No, wait. Where? Shoot, I don't even remember what my main. This thing, right? Yeah. Does 475 to 780. This is 690 to 803. So yeah, this is better. Let's see. Is it attack faster? No, same speed. Doesn't have armor piercing. Lower critical chance. And this has room for an add-on that this didn't have. You know, I wonder if the fact that it's doing more damage is mainly because of that overpowered stat. Like, is that reflected in the damage up there? I don't know. Should probably go at least punch something with it. But you know what? No. I am done with this game. So to finish it off, I'm going to drown myself. Here we go. No, I feel bad. I can't do it. I can't do it. Get out of there. Get out of there, little dude. I'm not going to do it. All right, so this has been Biomutant. You can find my review at quarter-to-3.com. I really didn't like it at all. It just became such a slog once I realized that these systems were just not put together with any care. They weren't tuned. It just felt so messy. At times imaginative, but this is just this is not the kind of open world game I enjoy. So, thank you guys so much for putting up with my babbling. Check out Giri Haji. I'm going to go watch Texas Chainsaw Massacre in the near future. That won't be tonight. I got other things going tonight. But I will check that out, McMaster. I'll give it another chance. It's been long enough. It's probably time. Hope everyone has a good week. Happy Monday. Thanks for watching, and I'll see everyone next time. Cheers.